And Johnny, let's close out the podcast talking a little bit about DC again. And what I will promote here is iTunes. Go rate and review us on Apple Podcasts and iTunes. Every 5-star rating and review really helps us. And I bring up the Apple iTunes because Johnny and I were talking before we started this segment how Johnny apparently hates superior technology.
Inferior. I know you mispronounce a lot of words. I know you meant inferior.
Fuck you, by the way. Because Dave's been making fun of me a lot because of that, where I like what Soapy, one of our patrons, says. It's not that Ricky doesn't know how to say words. It's not that Ricky doesn't think before he talks. It's that the English language is my bitch. And it bends to my will, Johnny.
Oh, is that what it is?
I bend the English language to my will. I'm basically Thanos with the English Infinity Gauntlet in my hand or on my hand. And I make that language. I
before E, except after C.
I before E, except after C. A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. There we go. The vowels.
You're missing the thumb.
A, E, I, O, U. A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. And that's it. So, go rate and review the Rick and Johnny
Is it more like an oven mitt?
On Apple Podcast. Kind of like an oven mitt.
It's an oven mitt instead.
It's like Michigan. If you've ever been to Michigan, it's a mitten. If someone's like, hey, could you draw Michigan? Just put your left hand down there, trace it, and whoop, you got Michigan. But, Johnny, we're talking about Suicide Squad or The Suicide Squad or Suicide Squad 2, whatever it's going to be called. First off, James Gunn posted a image of the cast, and I'm just going to read off all the names. We've got some big names here. We've got David Dast Malshuin. This is also fun because Ricky gets to mispronounce names. John Cena, Jay Courtney, Joaquin Casio, Nathan Fillion, Joel Kinnaman, Mei Ling Nang, Fula Borg, Sean Gunn, Juan Diego Balto, Storm Reed, Pete Davidson, Taka Waititi, Alice Baraga, Steve Agee, Taninchi Kajesi, Daniela Melchior. Then we've got Peter Capaldi. Are you looking at the image too?
Yeah.
Help me out here with some of them. Peter Capaldi? Is that how you would say that?
I think it's Capaldi.
Julio Ruiz, Jennifer Holland, Viola Davis, Idris Elba, Margot Robbie, Michael Rooker. Here's the ones that blew me away, Johnny. First off, John Cena in this movie. It's official. He's in it. Then number 2.
You can't see him, though.
We can't see him. Then number 2, Pete Davidson from SNL fame, going to be in the movie. Number 3, Taka Waititi. And number 4, Michael Rooker. They're not just Marvel, coming over to DC. And then the big cherry on top for me, the Mucho. Well, actually, before that, Nathan Fillion. He was 5.
I was going to say, no Nathan Fillion for you?
The Mucho cherry on top is that we're getting Idris Elba in here. In the Suicide
no love
Squad.
for Sean Gunn?
Well, I mean, I knew he was going to be in it. He's a Sean Gunn. He's a gun.
Sean Gunn.
He's a gunner. He's going to be in James Gunn movies. There was also a tweet that was sent at James Gunn that said, at James Gunn, I'm blown away with the cast for #TSS, but if you don't mind me asking, when can we really expect to hear about their role specifically? I'd love it if you would answer my tweet. Thanks, star emoji. James Gunn quoted that and said, some characters will get out. Some already have, although some reported on, including from reputable sources, have been very wrong. But in all honesty, I don't know if we'll ever officially release character info for a long time while to come. He then replied to that and said, right now, I'm simply focused on making. He did a Trump thing where he capitalized making. So right now I'm focused on making the greatest movie I can. Not promoting it or sharing info about it. And working on Suicide Squad, a property I've loved for many years. is truly a dream come true. So, Johnny, I'm just going to ask you a simple question. How hyped should we be for this movie now that this bomb has been dropped?
With this many big-name actors, I think you should be fairly hyped. I should say, we should be.
Are you hyped about it, Mr. Marvel Boy over there?
I'm hesitant only because of the first Suicide Squad was not that great.
Which apparently the director of that movie has come out and said, "Hey, I am sick and tired of taking the blame for stuff that Warner Brothers."
I didn't blame
changed.
the director. I'm just saying I did not think it was that great of a movie. I have faith in James Gunn.
You have faith in Sean Gunn too.
I do. Yes, he did. He does a very good job. But it's like I'm hesitant only because of the first Suicide Squad movie. So like I'm excited with the amount of names I know from this list. I'm excited that James Gunn is there. I'm just like, it always comes back to, yeah, but I can't even get myself to watch Suicide Squad over Ice Age the Meltdown. I chose Ice Age the Meltdown over Suicide Squad. I waited and only watched the chunk where you see, oh God, I can't remember his name, the flame dude.
Diablo,
yeah, thank you. Turned into like the full-on Aztec god
at the end.
Yeah, that's the only part I made sure to jump back to because that part I thought was fucking cool.
Yeah, David Ayers, who is the director of Suicide Squad, wants everyone, this is from Screen Rants, wants everyone to know that he's quite sick and tired of being blamed for WB's heavily altered theatrical cut. Ever since Justice League hit theaters in 2017, there's been a movement to get Zack Snyder's original cut of the film due to widespread dissatisfaction with replacement director Joss Whedon's vision. Oddly enough, though, there's never really been much of a push to make Warner Brothers release Ayer's original cut for Suicide Squad. This is most likely due to two factors, yada, yada, yada. I don't care. Oh, here's the tweet. David Ayers basically said, "Thank you for this. The film industry is exactly that, an industry. It keeps growing and moving forward, yet I know at James Gunn will make something amazing. My frustration comes from being hammered for something that was not my original version." So blame Warner Brothers for the Suicide Squad sucking, because here's been and I've said this on the podcast before. I'll say it again for new viewers. The thing I hated about the first Suicide Squad movie was basically, it's like somebody at Warner Brothers watched Guardians of the Galaxy and then said, "Hey, we can do that. Let's sell an album." And that's what they did. Like, I cannot listen to, like, my Pandora will try. It hasn't lately because it fucking finally learned. These damn machines, they want to take us over, but they can't learn as I'm talking into a microphone, into a computer, at a camera. Please don't hurt me, young machines. When you guys take over, make me a quick and painless death. But the point is, it keeps trying to throw the song Heathens at me, you know. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. I hate that song. I can't stand that song. Mainly because every time I hear it, I see the Suicide Squad poster in my head, and I just bad. It's like PTSD almost, or you get that, like, something bad happens to you, and you associate it with that. For example, I had chicken salad one time my mom made, got sick from the flu, aggressively threw it up all over my basement. I've never had it again. My mom got the flu while eating that too from me. She has never made it again. So it's kind of like that, where it's like I associate that song with this shitty movie. So I don't even want to hear it because I hate the song.
Yeah. I don't blame the songs. I just blame the movies in my head. The movie in my head. So it's like, okay, like I didn't let it ruin that whatever Queen song was in there.
There was a Queen song in there?
I think it was, yeah. I'll have to look at it again. No, but I agree with you. They were trying...
like that Heathen song, it was like, hey, it's in Suicide Squad. This is really, it's like, you're trying to sell me a fucking album. Huh?
No,
you
that's
just make
the
a
problem
good
with Suicide Squad, and that's why I blame Suicide Squad,
exactly.
not the songs, is because they tried to shove an album in there, and it's like, no, because like, it was even like someone came from on their trip back to the god damn it. They were coming to work and they were supposed to pick out the song albums and go, shit, I forgot to do this. Today's the last day. Shuffle. Shuffle. Okay, I picked my 10 songs.
Mm-hmm.
They're like going through their iPod shuffle and just picking songs. That's it.
So here's one thing that I am looking at or looking through is so Screen Rant did an article for this morning. And I'm looking at it right now. Not all the characters am I super familiar with, but there's a couple in here that are like, oh, cool. I could totally see that happening. They basically have gone through the entire cast that we have listed for us. And they're like, hey, who's this person going to be playing in the movies?
Mm-hmm.
And just some that have jumped out. I'm not going to go through all of them. Is like, for example, we know Viola Davis, we know Jai Courtney, and we know, what was his name? Fucking Colonel Flagg. Joel Kinnaman. We know that those three are coming back as Viola Davis as Waller. Jai Courtney is coming back as Captain Boomerang.
Mm-hmm.
And then Joel Kinnaman is, I'm sorry, not Captain, Colonel Rick Flagg Jr., but some of them.
Margot Robbie.
Is Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Of course. But there are some, like, for example, David, and they go in the order of the image. David Dastmalchian, I think that's how you say it. We've talked about the Polka Dot Man before. Mm-hmm. It's rumored that he could be that. The big one, and we've talked about Peacekeeper, and I threw out The Rock.
John Cena.
Apparently, it's speculated John Cena is going to be Peacekeeper.
Fits.
Where, like, from what I remember when we talked about it, Peacekeeper was the one where it's like he's a super soldier that is said to be like, hey, I am keeping the peace and I will kill for that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if it comes to killing you and keeping the peace, I'm going to go ahead and kill you, which kind of fits a John Cena character. Not the killing part, but in WWE, he was one of the best baby faces that we've seen, one of the best good guys. So, like, I could see that fitting his character. Nathan Fillion, though, and I am, if this is true, and I know that, you know, go back to the James Gunn tweet that I read, I will ask you about this because I thought they were going to develop a movie for him. And if this is true, then is Nathan Fillion going to be this character when that movie comes out? Booster Gold. Which you may be like, Ricky, who's Booster Gold? If you're unfamiliar with Booster Gold, let's see. Michael John Carter was born poor in the 25th century Gotham City. He and his twin sister Michelle never knew their father because he left after gambling away all their money. Michael was a gifted athlete attending Gotham University on a football scholarship. At GU, Michael was a star quarterback until his father re-entered his life and convinced him to deliberately lose games for gambling purposes. He was exposed, disgraced, expelled. Later, he was able to secure a job as a night's watchman at the Metropolis Space Museum. He studied displays about superheroes and villains from the past, particularly the 20th century. When the help of a security guard robot named Skeets, Michael stole devices from the museum display, including Legion of Superhero, Fight Ring, Brainiac's Force Field, Rip Hunter's Time Sphere. Basically, he is a shameless self-promoter whose obsession with fame and wealth irritates other heroes. Carter's nickname as a football player was Booster, but his chosen 20th century superhero name, because he gets sent... Yeah, I skipped over that. He travels to the 20th century with the Time Sphere. His superhero name was Gold Star. After saving the president, Carter mangled the two names, causing President Ronald Reagan to introduce him as Booster Gold. The name stuck and is a running joke throughout the DC universe. People erroneously call him Buster to his chagrin. So that's another one that I could see Nathan Fillion kind of having some fun with, where it's like, he's not a good guy, but he's not a bad guy also. Like, he just loves superheroes, stole some stuff from a museum, and then became a superhero that traveled through time. I saw that one. I was like, holy shit, that one would be good. The last one that I saw on here that I just wanted to mention was Pete Davidson, Multiplex. I have to look into who Multiplex is. Taka Waititi, the ventriloquist, who we've kind of mentioned but didn't go deep into. Steve Agee, I think, is going to play King Shark, they say here, speculating. But the big one is Idris Elba in my mind. We've talked about it before. Rumors are he's going to be Bronze Tiger. And then Michael Rooker is going to be Manhunter or Privateer, which, let's see, are they going to say... there was evidence, however, that something of Shaw's idealism survived his transformation from the Manhunter into Privateer. And if there's an actor capable of portraying a conflicted soldier who plays it being far worse than he truly is, it's Michael Rooker. And basically they're going off of the whole, oh shit, what was his name in Walking Dead? It's been so long. What was Rooker's character's name in Walking Dead? Merle. Kind of on that sense, where it's like, Merle's not a bad guy, but Merle's not a good guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not the evil guy, but I don't really trust him with my house.
He was a dick in the beginning, and then he was less of a dick before he died.
He became a zombie, right?
He was killed, yeah.
Yeah, but we actually
Daryl had to put him down.
Zombie Merle, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. God, it's been forever since I've seen that show. I think I fell off of that show. I say this like every once in a while on the podcast, I think. The last thing I remember is them being trapped in the... No. Because they went to the suburbia land after being trapped in the train car, right? It was trapped in train car, escape from said train car, totally mess up the prison in a big firefight, and then they found that kind of like suburban town, right?
I think prison was before the train car thing.
I'm misusing prison. So when the train car was those cannibalists.
Yeah.
That's what
mess up their whole thing.
Yeah, they messed up that
and then they ventured for a short time, and then they came on with someone that wanted them to come to Alexandria.
Okay, that's what it was called. When they were in Alexandria, and it was all like is this too good to be true? That's where I ended. I think it was season 4, that I cut off, but that's besides the point. I've been talking for a while. What do you think about some of these characters? John Cena's Peacekeeper, Idris Elba, Black Tiger, Booster Gold,
Tiger.
like Bronze Tiger. Booster Gold, does that even tickle your fancy, or is it just?
I'd be interested.
We've never seen
Nathan
Booster
Fillion
Gold.
as Booster Gold.
I just love Nathan Fillion.
I think he can do that.
And
he's got that personality.
He's kind of got that. I don't want to say swarmy personality.
Swarmy,
but like he's got that personality where he could play a good guy, or scratch that. He could play a bad guy and make you think he's a good guy.
I mean, I don't even know if Booster Gold is technically a bad guy.
Bad guy. Like
in quotes, yeah.
In quotes. He's a bad guy. I like how we go to the same thing. I love the cover you sent, by the way.
Oh yeah, that was. I figured you guys would like it.
That is them covering the "We Are Number One," right? That was, or am I just hearing that whenever I hear that doo 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 doo?
I think you are now because I sent you that one before that.
We are number one. Hey. Any final things on this? This is a short one. Suicide Squad 2. I am all in. Like, after seeing this cast, after seeing what they could be, like, James Gunn being behind it, I was like, fucking A, I'm excited about it. Now Johnny, DC, for the second week in a row, is making me push my chips all into the middle, because I said I was doing the same thing on Birds of Prey.
See, my only thing is, as long as WB doesn't fuck it up. That's the only thing I'm worried about.
Yeah, but I mean, it's James Gunn.
It's James Gunn. James Gunn. I trust James Gunn. I don't trust WB right now.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Warner Brothers, you don't be Sony. Don't be Sony.
Don't be a Sony.
Sony tries to meddle, and Sony tries to say, hey, we can do things better than you. Be like Marvel. Trust your directors. That's why you hired them, right? Like, because right now, DC is like, Titans is killing it right now. I'm trying to think. Birds of Prey looked really good. This news is fucking phenomenal. The stuff I've been seeing about the Joker movie, I can't wait for us to see that movie. Like, everything I've heard about that movie has been just phenomenal things. Phenomenal things. What were you smiling at? You were looking at your computer.
Something for after the show.
Oh, okay.
It's a meme for you.
I thought it was a Suicide Squad thing.
No.
That you wanted to throw in a joke at DC. But
I got
okay,
a meme for you for after the show.
Okay. Sorry to keep you guys out of that one, but sometimes that happens.
You can post it if you
we
want
need some
later.
stuff. Probably not if you're giggling and saying it's not a podcast thing, but let us know what you guys think down below. DC fans, how excited are you guys for this cast listing? I'm going to accent my words with my clapping because I'm that excited. I think you guys should be excited. Like, I am hyped. Johnny, I think, like, I'm feeling a little hyped for the Marvel fan over there, which is
I'm hyped, but again, like I said,
cautiously hyped.
Cautiously hyped because of Warner Brothers.
Is that an oxymoron? Is that what that's called? Where it's like, it's kind of like two opposite things.
No,
like,
I don't think
cautiously,
it's opposite.
Or like, I'm cautiously excited. Like, there are two things that what's the word I'm looking for? The English language needs to bend to my will. But make sure to check us out, patreon.com/most valuable podcast. Make sure to follow us, twitch.tv/most valuable podcast. Hit that subscribe button, all that good stuff. We'll be here next week with Pat, first patron calling in. You can be like that too. Patreon.com/most valuable podcast. Thank you guys for watching and listening to the Rick and Johnny podcast. And as always, have a good day, everybody.